Alright, what's up everybody? We are doing the Arena Open today. Should be very exciting. Yeah. Here we go. Claim prize. Alright. This is 7 wins, best of 1. Alright, let's see what we get here. Ooh, Tameshi is a bomb. This card is playable but not good. So kind of an interesting combo here. Let's see where we end up. Okay. So let's put everything playable into our deck builder. Spiriting Companion, this is good, this is good. Ball of Lord Conda is good. This is probably playable, especially in sealed. Mothfire Patrol is okay. And then for blue, we have Disruption Protocol, Moon Circuit Hacker, the Modern Age, Tameshi obviously, Double Koi is good, Replication Specialist, not sure about this. And I don't think Cyber Trespassers is amazing, but it's probably playable. In black we have the land. I'm leaving When We Were Young out for now, just in case we don't have enough artifacts and enchantments. And I'm also leaving the Goshen tie out until we see if we have multiple. I think that's probably actually like kind of decent in sealed. And works really well if you have multiple shrines. So anyway, back to black. Leech Gauntlet, good. Not sure about this card. Not sure about this card. Probably okay in sealed. This card is okay. This is good, 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 good. We can play this if we have a decent amount of fixing and heavy black in our deck, and that's a pretty decent spell. This is fine. I'm gonna put this in for now. I think that a Mind Draw is probably good in sealed. And then some decent red cards here. Let's see, Twin Shot Sniper is good. I'm not crazy about either of these cards. Like, I think they're playable, but and then Kami of Industry, I'm not really looking at this point. Dynasty, Boar, Flame Discharge, those are pretty good. Alright, let's look at green. Hopefully we can play green, because green is very powerful in this format. It looks pretty good. Commune, Bang. I'm not sure that this is where we want to be. We'll look in and see if we need modified creatures. Ooh, Merge Keeper, Roaring Earth, Fade. I guess Trainee is playable. Grafted Growth is playable. Season Renewal is good. This is good. I feel like we're playing green. Double Trash Bot is nice. This, Gloom Shrieker. And we have 2 lands for fixing, depending on where we go here. So let's look and see. I really did like green, and so I think we're definitely going to do green. The question is what fits very well with green. Gloom Shrieker is a very important card in this format, especially with Geothermal Kami, because it allows you to just loop them together. Which sort of makes me want to go green-black. I think red is okay, but it's not incredibly deep. And I haven't been super impressed with the burn spells. And I don't think Kamano Faces Kakazan is super great in sealed because it's so aggressive. So I think we're going to say no to red for now. We may reassess that in a minute. We also may play the Twin Shot Sniper if we're putting Hidetsugu in our deck. So blue also, with the exception of Tameshi, is not the most exciting. Unfortunately, if we're gonna do green-black, Tameshi would be a double splash, basically. Not crazy about this card. Let's look at, there's only 8 artifacts in this sort of like playables pool. I think Replication Specialist is pretty powerful. Doesn't feel like our blue and white cards are deep enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then we would have 15, 16, 17, 18. And then we'd start having to like dig into some pretty unexciting cards. Oh, there's a second Moth Herder Patrol here. I didn't see that. We did not get another Shrine, so Goshintai is not super exciting, in my opinion. And we don't really want to play red, so Hinata's not really an option for us here. Oh, we also have a Tanuki. I did not see that. That's huge, in fact. This is also really good for us to have, because it means that we can somewhat free roll this Hidetsugu activation, which I think is important. It's a very powerful card. We may also consider the Twin Shot Sniper. Yeah, feels to me like we want to be black-green. So let's look at that. I'd love to play Tameshi, but again, it's not really what we looks like we can do in this particular sealed. Alright, let's look. 8 enchantments, 8 artifacts, which means that the Blade Blesser is okay. So many creatures we're looking at here. 16. Question is, do we get to play Invoke Despair? I kind of feel like yes. We have a Commune, we have an Ecologist's Terrarium. Also have a Grafted Growth if we want to do that. Favor of Jukai, not exciting to me. Jukai Trainee, not as exciting to me. Kami is actually going to be pretty decent here, which is nice, because I think that that's a powerful card when it works out. Let's call this a 3-drop, let's call this a 4-drop. Not that they necessarily are. This is 17 lands at the moment. So, and this does leave us with a Twisted Embrace for removal. The Seiju reaches skyward for some late game smashing power. The Trash Bot is going to be actually decent here too. Though I haven't been super impressed with that card. So there's a Jukai Naturalist, but we don't necessarily want to put that in our deck. I'm not sure about Malicious Malfunction. I feel like that's more of a sideboard card. Especially in Sealed, where you're not likely to run up against very many aggro decks. So let's see, are we looking at anything here in terms of modified? Kind of doesn't look like it. We have Kaido's Pursuit in here too. Let's see. Not that this is super relevant, but ninjas and rogues getting Menace is like potentially a thing. 4 ninjas, no rogues. Alright, let's start with that out of the deck. So we're gonna have to cut a couple cards here to make our way to the end. Let's see, this Shadow Walker is good with Gloom Shrieker. Kami. It's kind of just a solid beater. And it doesn't hurt to have like a fatty that you can put into play later. kind of looking at Ecologist's Terrarium here, and I kind of want to cut that. And I could be wrong, but we don't really care a lot about artifacts. I mean, that does make our Kami and our Blade Blesser a little bit worse, but I think 7/7 is still okay. 7, 8, 9, 8. So that's going to be 9 black sources, 8 green sources. I think that makes sense in general, just because of this card. Because the rest of our black cards are fairly low mana requirement. We do have this Tanuki. And then the question is, do we want to like splash anything else as well? I think we're doing that. We have a couple ninjas, I guess, but that's not really what we're looking to do, I feel like. Oh, we have an Uncharted Haven too, which is a huge deal. I forgot about that. That's going to be... Oops. That's going to be a huge deal here in terms of both getting to quad black and activating Hidetsugu. We still need to cut a card. I'm looking at this card. I'm looking at this card. I like Ninja's Kunai in general. Could certainly see it being one of these two. We have 15 creatures. So let's take that out for now. That leaves us with 14 creatures. And this is going to give us 6, 7, 8, 9 black sources. I think we can go ahead and do this. 7, 8, 9, 10 black sources. 10, 8. 10 black, 8 green. It seems good to me. Everything that we have is single green as well. That could be wrong. Maybe it's supposed to be one less black source. 10. Takanuma. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Mana bases are not my specialty. You have this commune also, which is useful here. We can really function though on 1 green, essentially. But most of our later plays are black, I guess. So potentially we want to do this. This brings us to 9, and then 6, 7, 8, 9. This would be 9, 9. I don't hate that. 10 with the Tanuki, and then Commune helps us fix a little bit too. Okay. This is a free 2 red sources. It doesn't let us Tanuki for a mountain. But I think that's going to be okay in general, because we also have grafted growth. So we have opportunities for 3 different red sources, and this is just a 4 mana 4/4 otherwise that sacks creatures to scry, which in some way helps it find the red mana that you need. Alright, I think we're gonna roll with that. Let me just take another quick look through here. I think this is gonna be the best deck. There's some removal here. We have some synergy. We have some staying power towards the end of the game. And I think that's going to put us in a good spot. Alright, and here we go. Let's see what we can do here. Day one of the Open. I have several beverages ready to go. A lot of water. Some green tea chai. Alright, so this is an interesting scenario. We're certainly keeping. Considering we have the Hedetsugu in our hand, we have double black for Twisted Embrace, and we have a green source for this Web Spinner Cuff, and most of the rest of our green spells. I think this goes on the red. Oh, well, we're gonna play Bloodfell Caves instead. Which leaves us free to put Haven on green. Okay, Eganja Exemplar. Put this on green. I'm gonna take 3. And the Samurai here, where you don't get too aggressively curved out on. Okay. It's not the worst, obviously. So I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play the Web Spinner top. It's a relatively effective brick wall. Obviously, there's a bunch of ways for them to remove it. Yeah, they're gonna use explosive entry. Alright, so we're taking 5. This is not ideal. Now we're gonna play Swamp. Alright, well, I guess we just slam Hidetsugu here. Yep. We might just get tempoed out here. Alright, those are not bad draws. We kind of do want to get back this Web Spinner Cuff at some point. Let's see. We don't have enough. Yeah, we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna play Leech Gauntlet. And try to stabilize here a little bit. They unfortunately have 3 spells in hand, since they've been missing land drops. Which is very sad for us. Really cool skin for this fish. Ooh. Whoa. I like actually interacting with this fish from my opponent. At least my favorite pet so far because of that, even though I don't have one. Okay. They did nothing. It's very spooky. Should give us 3 mana. So they could have kill something here. I guess we can they have something, so there's a little bit of a stick there. Alright, Wanderer's Intervention. And makes sense. So they can deal 3 with like flame discharge or whatever. So I think we're gonna do this and kill this, and we're gonna pass the turn. I think we're gonna keep this in hand for now. We basically just want to stay alive at this point until we can Kami that back. Alright, that is not a bad spot for us to be in. I'll end up Kamiing back to like Leech Gauntlet. Or Takanuma-ing back to Leech Gauntlet. Okay, so they're gonna get to discard 2, draw 2 next turn. So I think we're just doing this and passing. Not convinced that I want to swing into that. So they have a removal spell, I just take a lot of damage. Pretty easy for red to kill a 3 toughness creature. Alright, so they discarded a plains? Is that right? So they probably have 2 spells in hand. Kinda looks like we're killing something here. Interesting. Again, I don't really want to just go with the Twisted Embrace here. Kind of interested in bouncing the Kami for this Ambusher. So we can just play this post-combat. Right, let's do that. The sequencing here might be a little bit off, but who are we double blocking? I'm okay with that. If they wanted to do that. Alright, we're just gonna play the Merge Keeper probably post-combat. Let's tap this. So obviously if they're a removal spell, they get to shoot this guy. We did not. That's very good for me. Right, let's just play the Merge Keeper here. And pass. Possible that I'm supposed to just play Takanuma at this point, and then Grafted Growth, and then play the Merge Keeper. So we have kind of like a lot going on with this situation. But oh, they have another explosive entry. Okay. Well, if they're going to attack for 4, I might just let that through, because I don't want to be left without a creature. If they had a removal spell afterwards. I don't think trading is necessarily where I want to be. It does feel like they have something. So a little bit awkward here to just run this out, but I think we do. Okay. that being successful is pretty exciting. So then the question becomes, what are we doing here? Yeah, part of me wants to just pass. Let's just put this here. Actually, this is maybe a bad play. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could see this being a bad play against another explosive entry, though having 3 would be pretty wild. I'm actually surprised they didn't just kill this. But I guess they don't want the lifelinker in play. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be a big deal. They get a treasure, they get to hit me this shit. Possible that we messed up here. Alright, the kunai is not bad. So, let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. Get back the... I guess the Leech Gauntlet, right? We could get something better back, I guess, if we hit well. I think that's what we're doing. Actually, yeah. Do this. Let's Takenuma. Like a Fade into Antiquity would be good here. We have 5 mana left over. Did not hit anything. Let's see. Can only play one thing. I think it's probably going to be a Leech Gauntlet though. 1, 2, 3. Prefer to leave this untapped. And we'll play the kunai. They know that I have a Geothermal Kami. Like pretty dead here if they have anything. Obviously. But so I assume that does it. So if we block here and block here, we take 6 and we gain 2. Okay. Just kinda got tempoed out by the removal. Unlucky that the trash bot died to the removal spell. Alright. Let's jump back in. We may have gotten a little bit greedy there too. I'm not sure. Okay. This is a pretty good hand. I'm gonna start with a Commune, just because if I hit a 2-drop, I want that for turn 2. Alright, we will take Twisted Embrace, as awkward as it is. We do have this Tanuki to cycle if I need another land. Alright, Fang is a good draw. Just to get this ambusher going. We can fade that. Probably not going to. 2 top. Alright, let's play this land. We'll attack. If We will ninjutsu this back. And we're gonna play it post combat. Oops. Sorry about that. This grafted growth is kind of relevant here, as it lets our 3-2 become a 4-3 and get through the 2-2 first strike once this flips. Red-white. Alright, interesting. So I Fade Antiquity is great. Fade into Antiquity is great because there's 3 targets here for it. Well, I'm certainly going to play this land. We can make them use their next turn to kill this. I guess making them use 2 mana is pretty good. Yeah, and we're not doing anything else this turn, so we'll gain some life. I'm actually going to attack with both, because if they want to trade for my 1-1, their Ninja's Kunai becomes a little bit more awkward. They know that I have Twisted Embrace in hand, which is kind of relevant here. But we do have the Tanuki coming down if we draw land. Okay. Commando comes in. Commando gets indestructible. And we equip the Kunai to the hand. I'm not sure I like this play. I guess they're chumping now. So I could just fade this. Doesn't really do what I want. Though Twisted Embrace kind of does. It means that this doesn't do anything. I could see this as being a little greedy, but they know that it's in my hand. And this lets me get through for 5 lifelink, kick off their indestructible counter. Maybe putting all my eggs in one basket, but I do have a Gloom Shrieker here, so. Which means I can get something back. Alright, they get their second mountain. They get their another arrow. Okay. The fact that they're attacking means that I feel way ahead. Yeah. Okay. Let's just attack. Very, very far ahead. Take that off. Part of me wants to fade this turn, part of me doesn't. We start with the equip here. Gloom Shrieker potentially relevant. Yeah, I'm actually going to play Gloom Shrieker. At the very least I can pick up the Fang, and this will hold the Kunai and throw it at a blocker if need be. Now they could have Imperial Oath. Okay. And now if they attack, they're just going to be dead. Unless they have Shield 2. Doesn't look like they do. Target the arrest. Hit them for 7. Whew! GG. Okay. Dog is asleep, he does not care. Alright. Alright, one win. Hello, Tipsy Giggle. Alright, this hand's good. I think this combo is pretty powerful. Oh, we have a nice curve here. Funk, 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 funk. What do they have here for one green? Or they're just playing on full control? I'm not cool with that, man. I get that there's money on the line, but... Alright. I think they're playing on full control. Modern Age is a good card. Discarding Kappa Tech Wrecker. This looks somewhat surprising to me. This just feels like a good play. It just punishes so much of what I can do. Radar rate. Alright, they got a stew going here. Playing Bant, presumably. It's not really a card you splash. Neither of these are, actually. Okay. We accept that. I'm gonna put mana into that. Ugh. Why full control? Oh, Fade into Antiquity, huh? That's pretty good. I feel like I'm just gonna get this guy out. I'm probably not trading. Okay. Put that on the Goshen tie. Oh, okay. That's good for me. To waste this other mana. Let's see. I only have 3. Can't do both. Well, I guess we could Fade. Grafted Growth and Fade. Which might be better. Put this into play. Yeah, that works, right? This here. That's 3 mana. The counter there. Fade this away. Hit for 4 lifelink. I like the idea of going like a little bit battlecruiser-y on this guy, but it's better to not run the Twisted Embrace out right away. Plus this lets us develop our mana a little bit more. In the case of them playing 2, 4, 5 Vigilances, we end up in a better spot. Okay. That's a fair bit of value, for sure. We maybe just play 6-5 here. See if that holds. I don't necessarily want a Twisted Embrace. That doesn't really open up an attack. I mean, it lets me Twisted Embrace and then I could Twisted Embrace the Orochi Merge Keeper and then play Trash Bot in the same turn. It's not really what we want to be doing though. I think I'm just going to play Tanuki and pass. It's kind of hard for this to block if they send especially after the Modern Age. Discards Blade Blizzard kicks in. Okay, interesting. Three, four, five. It's 5 mana up. And they discarded a relevant spell. Okay, let's just play the Shadow Walker. They may have like a counter spell, but they do not. I'm gonna pass here. With 2 more lands, we can do this effectively. Actually, with 1 more land, we can do this effectively, because we can put this here and then take it off. They did have Essence, unless they just drew Essence Capture, which they may have. Alright, Turtle. Turtle is good. We have the Twisted Embrace for that. I think we might do what I just said. Actually, we can't. We can't. We're definitely going to kill the turtle while they're tapped out. It has Ward 2. What am I putting this on? Sort of feels like I want to put it on the Merge Keeper, but it's probably just correct to put it here. Kill that. Paper Ward. So if we attack with all 3 of these, they can trade for 1. Don't really want to do that. Kind of good though. Sits them for 10. If they trade, they're going to make my thing a little bit bigger. We don't have any removal to follow this up, but I think we're going to do this. I guess they have block and then double block and kill the Tanuki. Oh, they're double blocking the Tanuki. That's a little surprising to me. And chumping. Okay. Oh, they both have vigilance. So this. Gain some life. Kind of wanted to do that larger attack into their mana down. And obviously they get to hit me back here for 4. But yeah, I kind of wanted to do that into tapped out mana. If they don't do anything here, I'm a little suspicious. Actually, very suspicious. Ooh, Gloomshrieker is a great draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can't quite do both of these things. Um, yeah, part of me just wants to pick this up. And just sort of like bait and see what they have here. Because if they kill something, I'm happy to potentially pick back up the Twisted Embrace. So we may not do that. Just considering the loop between Glimshrieker and Geothermal Kami is like pretty amazing value. March of Swirling Mist. Okay, we'll tap the mana. Only comes into play. No enchantments to return. Oh, I could return Grafted Growth. However, I will not be doing that. I'm gonna just play Trash Bot, to be sure. And since we have this going, I'm pretty sure we're supposed to double block. March of Swirling Mist, it's not exactly. It always like is kind of okay. Like it's gonna save a bunch of damage here and also counter my Geothermal Kami's activated ability essentially. Alright, that's good for us, assuming they don't have a counter spell. And they scoop. Cool. Cool, cool. Alright, 2 wins. I'll be right back. Alright. Attention, Magic the Gathering humans. I'm back. And here we go. Oh, that's a shocking parent. Alright. Oh, we keep this hand. Probably just doing this first. They're a little slow out of the gate here, but Trash Bot is a good blocker on 3. They're not really curving out. And if Stage reaches Skyward is just an incredible card. So I think that I will commune here. Yeah, and we have a bunch of black mana, so I'm going to take the Forest. We do have the Tanuki in our hand this time. We do not have a double black spell at the moment. Bearer of Memory. Okay. Just put the Trash Bot into play. Next turn we can play Boseiju, and then follow it up with the Kami and draw a card. Alright, this is a little aggressive. Alright, let's play Takenuma. Great thing about these lands is that sometimes they're just a land when you need them to be, and sometimes they're a spell. Somewhat interested in playing the Fang and Fade into Antiquity this turn, and just sort of like halting their pressure. Mukatai Ambusher is also not a bad play. I think this is kind of a tough spot for me. We need 6 mana for that. A trick kind of just blows me out here, so maybe we'll just kill this. Probably gonna do that anyway at some point. So we'll just do this. I'd rather ninja this in if I can. This also puts an enchantment into play for Kami next turn. Kind of don't think they're gonna just pump this in attack. I really think that's what they want to be doing. I think we're losing something here. This opponent also banned. Alright, considering that they didn't do anything. Kind of would rather this resolve, so maybe we'll just play the Kami here. Snap resolves, no stick. Play the swamp. Just pass the turn. I'm kind of eyeing something like this. I would love to draw something to kill this generously before it gets out of hand. Okay, they put the counter there. 3, 4, 5. They don't want me attacking with this, obviously. Alright, let's just put the Tanuki into play. I think this is going to put us in a pretty good spot. Seems like they don't have that much to do with their mana. Okay, Blossom Prancer is a good card. Alright, befriending the moths, that's kind of a spooky one. Because it lets them pump a generous visitor. And then give flying. I think that means that we're supposed to attack here. They can double block. Trade with the Blossom Prancer. And then we get to... So Seiju reaches skyward. Get 2 forests. Play a forest. Play a Gloom Shrieker. Get Tanuki back. We have the option of, if they're going to do Befriending the Moths and then have not 2 blockers, we have the option to ambush or back Gloom Shrieker next turn, which is just additional value here. If they're putting the counter on the preserver, then trying to just sort of like get this game over with. So I don't have any reach creatures. We're obviously not doing that. The question is, do we want to take back Gloom Shrieker or Kami of Terrible Secrets? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is going to be 8 mana, so we are able to do both of these things. I guess I'm going to bring back... That's a question. This probably gets... This might get to attack again next turn. Let's put the forest into play here. Yeah. This never gets to block, right? So let's do this. Go to blockers. Oh, they're gonna trade. Okay, well that's good for me. So let's ninja back Kami. Yeah, I'm kind of psyched for that. Maybe they don't have any more enchantments, but I'm going to play the Tanuki again. They might have Crab to counter this. Oh, we just had Blossom Prancer to get back with Season of Renewal. Interesting. Fade into Antiquity, Exile being relevant here. Yeah, it's not what we wanted to see. Commune, also a good draw for them here. So I guess now the question is going to become... Oh, and Intercessor's Arrest? And they must have had some good options considering they took a while. Hey, we like Roaring Earth, just for the value that it's going to accrue. Let's do this. Let's draw off the Kami. So this makes a huge thing. It is just a permanent, which means that this can take this. My question is, am I supposed to... I think so. I think I'm just supposed to play Roaring Earth. I have 2 lands in hand. And I think we're going to put this here. This is an attack with Gloom Shrieker. Because they could take the double block, but then they take 6. And I have Season of Renewal somewhere in my deck. Okay, they're going to take the double block, that's fine. Oh, it gets exiled, obviously. Okay. I could see that as being the incorrect play, considering they have 2 removal spells in hand that they get to deploy this turn. I think they just kill both of these. I have another land, though. Oh, okay. This card's good, obviously. So I can make this an 8 power, which doesn't let it get through. Make this a 5/4 though. This is attack. Make this a 4/5, which does not get the attack on this board. 4/5, 5/5. 5/6. It's not necessarily better. It's a little awkward. This we can get up to 8. So they just double walk with these 2. Okay, I think we'll just get this. Amplify Ambusher up. And I'm gonna put this on the Kami. Okay. So this makes it pretty tough for us to win after this, regardless of what they do. But I don't have any, yeah, have anything else I can do. Actually dangerous to have a 5-power flyer on the other side. I imagine they put the counters, yeah. So now they have a 4/6 flyer and a 6/6 with reach. And 1 removal spell left. Oh boy. Yeah, that is going to be game. This second season of Renewal. I think there's really a way we get out of this. So... that's interesting. We put the Twisted Embrace on our Kami. AO is a chump. And then, if they were to block, it takes 6 here. Could put it on the Runaway Trash bot. Huh. A little awkward. I mean, I think this is what we're gonna do. I'm not convinced that this is correct, but... okay. So Vigilance, yeah. Really wish we had another Fade into Antiquity. That really would do a lot here to take out this Intercessor's Arrest. Opponent plays Terrarium. They get a land. Neither of these things are that. Okay, and they still have Tamiel's Completion up. Right, that makes sense. So, we're on a 2-turn clock here. We've got a blocker and a completion. Completion this, you get the counter. Even if we attack, they get to block and then sack to their samurai. So maybe we're not supposed to play the land, but then they just completion this. Alright. We tried so hard and got so far. In the end, it didn't even matter. See, it's getting a little bright. It's hard to see. Let's see if that's a little better. Looks like it is. Alright. Down 2. That was a tough game to navigate. They just had so much card advantage. Getting their dragon back. Descend. Play this on green. Interesting question about what we discard. So the Fang now is not getting in. Part of me just wants to discard the 6-drop, which I admit could be very wrong. But we do have this cheaper... Oh, they're ninjaing. Okay. Yeah, that's good value, obviously. So we're gonna do the same thing. Yeah. Ninja our Fang back. Let's go to 21, play this, play this. And now I'm planning to discard a swamp to this virus beetle. Okay. Season of Renewal, good here at some point. Creature here? Yeah, we do. Part of me wants to just cycle this and then just get it back on the following turn with Season of Renewal. Could also just play the Cuff and then I think I will at this point. And we'll skip attacking for now. Alright. So we lose our Tanuki. This would be a 4/6, 3/4/5, so we could get through. I don't think we get to play a land, though, right? We don't really want to let them ninja. I guess we just pass again. And then we'll season end of turn to get back these two. Kind of maybe splashing white, potentially. Creature card, enchantment card, get those back. Alright, now I'm going to attack, just to try to clear up the board for this Tanuki. I mean, they can just double block with the Virus Beetles, obviously. Yep, it's fine. Yep. So game 3, we're going to play Tanuki here, which I'm sure they could have seen coming. They might have Twisted Embrace this turn. It's probably one of their better plays. There's 6 cards in hand. Alright, we have this Gloom Shrieker, which can get this back if we trade with their board. We also could just equip. Alright, that's fine. I think this turn... No, you know what? Let's play the Gloom Shrieker. So it means that we can Shadow Watch next turn. Or Shadow Walk next turn off of this, assuming they don't have 2 creatures to go into play. Yeah, Network Control is absolutely fine. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. So if we attack with all 3, we can put in 8 power, assuming they double block the Gloom Shrieker. I'm gonna do that. I figure that they'll probably do this. Alright, let's get the Shadow Walker in there. And let's get the Fang out and the Ambusher in. I think I'm okay paying 6 mana to just level up both of these creatures. I think it's possible that they have Farewell in their deck also, which is something to consider. Okay. Alright. Well, we have a fairly straightforward game plan here. Heal them 5, play the Tanuki, play the Fang. That's the thing. Put on a lot of pressure. I don't think they play Tatsunari into deck. They don't play Tatsunari into Farewell. Or they could. Seems like a poor play. Alright. Let's keep churning. Alright, I'm gonna keep this. I'd love to get cheap enchantment off of Commune. Something that I haven't really gotten to play with in this deck is any of the flip sagas, which has made it somewhat I guess like somewhat difficult to navigate some of these games because they just provide so much value. I have Takanuma. Get the cuff. Let's see. So we're probably playing against the Ninja deck. Okay. Alright, alright. And they have a forest, so they're playing Sultai. Discarding an island. Alright. Well, we don't have anything else to do this turn. I'm not crazy about just playing Kami Ra. And we can just put this Ambusher into play to like forestall the decision. Because having Ambusher in play with a Twisted Embrace in hand is pretty good. Makes this a 4/3 lifelinker, which can beat through and really sort of like push the tempo. Alright, Tanuki. Feeling somewhat of a similar situation here. We don't really have the aggressive power to go super long. Sure. Yep. Alright, there's that Fang of Shigeki. Which means we could do Kami this turn. At this point, I think I'm just going to play the Tanuki while the coast is clear. They're missing land? And they discarded 2 off of the modern age. Alright, they drew a land, so they have 5 spells. They're going to tap down to 3. They will not have double blue open. They have You're Already Dead. It's a little sketchy to do this. Yeah, they could do that. I assume they also have You're Already Dead. So now with them tapped out, somewhat tempted to Twisted Embrace this, especially since the kunai will become unusable. They have another bounce spell. We could really get tempoed out here, and I think they still have You Are Already Dead. So let's just kill that. Let's play the Fang. Let's play the kunai. And let's attack. Puts 2 artifacts, 2 enchantments into play. Material Ace. One top. Kind of surprised the Moonsnare Specialist doesn't attack there. He did not immediately remove this, so I don't think we need to jump into doing this. The Tanuki does not get through either, yet. So we might just do this. Let's put this here. Play a land. Maybe we're not supposed to play that land that turn, because they know we have this Tanuki in hand. So they have the Kamigawa or something in their deck? They have 5 colors. Okay. Pony called Anvil. Interesting. Prosperous Thief, okay. Just drop in a key bomb here. This maybe is a bad land drop also, but the fact that it's a tap land with their first red source kind of makes you want to get it into play. They haven't played a Virus Beetle yet. Okay. That is something that I would be interested in killing. Oh, the Dragon Tommy 1. And this lets you only play creatures on the other side. Okay. I'm not sure about that card. We kunai this now. Dude, do they have something here? Seven, 9, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sadly, does not get us there. Would let us trade with 4 things and unlock some other attacks. Let's pick this up. So they do have to block with everything if they want to trade with this, which I think I'm okay with. 4, 6, 7. Fairly certain we leave them with the samurai. That could be wrong, but I don't really want them to ninja the Minsner specialist deck. Hey, no barking. The dog thinks that this is a bad trade for us. Hey! So I'd sack a creature unless I discard. Glad that I kept the land in hand. Cut it out. I'm gonna put this here just in case they have a Kami's Flare. And we're just gonna kill this. And that should leave us free to hit for 8. I think we get to swing with this too. Alright. They're trading because they just want to make it for the long game. I'm gonna play this Leech Gauntlet. Another question is, which one of these do we sack? So I think we're supposed to keep both of these. Somewhat tough. Not really behind on life. I think we'll sack the Leech Gauntlet. Hi, buddy. The dog is curious about what's going on. We're just playing Magic. Okay. Let's put this. Actually, is it better to leave it off? They're obviously going to block with this and then play whatever they get. This really doesn't matter, but they probably block the 5-power thing. Okay. And then we have to do this, so we'll see what they get to cast now. What is this? We get... They took our Tanuki. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. Now they get to cast Tanuki next turn. So, with that in mind, let's make this be a 5/7. Make this a 5/7. And we'll pass. Might not be able to close this out without a couple more spells. Hitting me for 4. Interesting. Ah! Alright, that's pretty good. This is going to be a powerful situation. is also a powerful situation. Okay. So this gets to attack. They obviously get to chump. And then the question becomes... Oh, because they can't cast it now that it's out of play. Alright, that's interesting. So this is going to be a 4-power creature. The question becomes, do I want to play this and equip? It's pretty insane to ninja back. Hey! Settle down. I think I'm going to pass. The 3-2 does not get through on this board either without the help of this web spinner cuff. I kind of feel like I need a little bit of help to finish off the rest of this game. Pretty wild deck. The fact that they're splashing for some of these green cards. So I guess maybe green is one of their main colors. They're like Sultai Splash white and red. Seem to be splashing for the Oni called Anvil, which is interesting because I haven't seen any artifacts yet. It only does really take one, I guess, but... Alright, that was rough. It's for sure rough. We get to draw and discard. Well, that's not the card we wanted to draw. No, I think they were going to chump. Let's do this. I mean, is it? Is it even that nice? It's nice to gain life. Basically just casting this again now. Oh, they have Kodama of the West Tree also? I like their deck. Yeah. And then we're basically dead because they get our Twisted Embrace and they can cast it this turn. Unfortunately. Okay. That makes sense. Yep. And then gives me no good block. Take 8. What does that do? This becomes a 4/6. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can get back an Ambusher and a Fang. Hey! Stop! Creature, Kami, Bang. I'm gonna play the Fang. I'm gonna play the Kami. Draw a card and gain a life. Play this because we know about it. We'll pass the turn. So it took some things out of the yard, which is actually pretty good. This still becomes a 4-5, but... I think that was the best that we could do. Because there's only one enchantment in the yard, so we're always getting that. Might be death. That is right. So we block here. So we double block this, but then we take 6. All right. This strange and powerful 5-color deck knocks us out of contention on the first bullet here. Alright. Our prize is nothing, and we'll look to see if we can do better in maybe the second one. Alright, thanks.